Singapore, campaigning for the Malaysian General Elections has reached the final stretch. The electoral contest for the Selangor state government will be especially critical, since Selangor is the richest state in Malaysia. Prime Minister Najib Razak has also vowed to win back control of the Selangor state government by all means necessary. The re-delineation exercise has already granted the Barisan Nasional (BN) a significant advantage, as it packs non-Malay voters into larger districts, significantly diluting the strength of their vote. PAL may draw Malay votes away in order to understand whether the Pakatan Harapan opposition coalition, comprising the Democratic Action Party (DAP), Parti Keadilan Rakyat (PKR), Parti Amanah Negara (AMANA), and Parti Pribumi Bersatu Malaysia Bersatu, can retain control of the Selangor State Assembly. We must examine how Parti Islam Se Malaysia (PA), enforcing multiple three-cornered contests against the BN and Pakatan coalition, upsets the status quo. This is the single greatest uncertainty of the upcoming elections. Read a commentary highlighting how PA will not go quietly into the night. PA is fielding candidates in 46 out of the 56 Selangor State Assembly seats. That PA is fielding candidates in so many areas, even in areas where it has little chance of winning, is a sign that it is determined to cripple the Pakatan coalition. Though PA is expected to lose significant non-Malay support given its continued agenda of Islamic governance, it may still draw away Malay votes from Pakatan. If PA is successful in splitting the Malay votes in the constituencies where it contests, then the opposition coalition may lose a significant share of state assembly seats. Furthermore, if we include other smaller parties like Parti Rakyat Malaysia (PRM), Parti Sosialis Malaysia (PSM), ICAN and independent candidates, the number of multi-cornered contests balloons across Selangor. There are 6 state districts with 5 candidates contesting, 14 state districts with 4 candidates contesting, and 32 state districts with 3-cornered contests. Only 4 districts see straight fights between 2 candidates, where the vote share differences between the 3 major parties of PA, Pakatan, and BN are expected to be fairly low. Even a small loss of votes to other minor parties may tip the scales. Something better is coming, will be the GE14 tagline for BN in Selangor. Photo, Melissa Go, focus on GOMBAK and Hulu LANGAT districts. If the BN is going to leverage PAS's entry as a third-party spoiler to win back Selangor, then we can expect it to try to win back Malay majority state seats where PA is expected to split the Malay vote. Even if the BN is not able to gain enough seats to form a majority government in Selangor, a post-election Selangor coalition government between BN and PA is not unimaginable. The urban and semi-urban Malay majority constituencies of Gombak and Hulu Langat in Selangor paints an interesting picture. PA is contesting in all state constituencies in Gombak, which is a marginal Malay majority parliamentary constituency of Selangor Chief Minister Azman Ali. State seats of Sungai Tua, 61% Malay, Gombak Sesha, 78% Malay, and Hulu Kelang, 87% Malay, within Gombak were all won by the opposition, 1 from PKR and 2 from PA, in the last general elections. Sungai Tua incumbent Amiruddin Sherry from PKR is fighting for re-election against both PA and BN candidates. Gombak Sesha's PA incumbent Hasbullah Mohd Ridwan is contesting Azman's political aide Muhammad Hilmanuddin and the BN. Hulu Kelang incumbent Sari Sungeb, originally from PA but now with AMANA, is also fighting for re-election against candidates from his former party and from BN. PA is also contesting in all state constituencies in Hulu Langat. On paper, this constituency is a PA stronghold. Parliamentary incumbent Dr. Che Rosli Jamat won by 15 percentage points in the previous election, and recent re-delineation saw the proportion of Malays in this constituency increase from 53% to 66%. The state seat of Dusun Tua, 63% Malay, is seeing PA incumbent Razuli Hassan contest against Dapnu Biadri Faisal on BN candidate Mohd Zanisa. Selangor Chief Minister Azman Ali officially announced the dissolution of the State Assembly upon obtaining the Sultan's consent. Photo, Melissa Go, Semenyi, 68% Malay. BN incumbent Johan Abid Aziz has a 4-corner fight against 3-time Semenyi contestant PSM's Aruchavan, Bersatu's Bakhtiar Modnor, and PAS's Madshi Midor. Pakatan upbeat about chances. Me interviews with Pakatan candidates and their party activists in both Gombak and Hulu Langat suggest most were sanguine about their prospects of retaining or winning their seats, and of PAS's chances of beating them. Although they lament the loss of hard-working PA party activists from their campaign machinery, they were optimistic that more moderate ordinary voters who are not core members of PA could be swayed to switch their support to Pakatan. Moreover, even if their districts were all Malay majority seats, all thought that non-Malay support will continue to play an important role in determining the final outcome. If Pakatan could maintain the turnout and support levels of non-Malay voters, then their prospects of winning would be enhanced, even if the Malay vote was split with PA and BN. Campaign speeches of these candidates to the voters consistently emphasized that only a Pakatan-controlled Selangor government would maintain and enhance the material welfare of ordinary people in Selangor. In Gambakar Hulu Langat, candidates repeatedly highlighted the successful policy programs of the current Selangor state government. These included the frequently mentioned CASA IBU, Smart Selangor Initiative for Women, free water for households, and incentives for married couples. Where the audience was primarily non-Malay, the candidates stressed Pakatan's commitment to protecting the rights of Malaysians to practice their own religion. Changes in party allegiances pose significant challenges to Pakatan candidates. Hulu Kalang's Sari Sungub faces the challenge of educating voters in his constituency that he had shifted from PA to Amana, and therefore was contesting under the blue eye logo of PKR. Apparently, many voters thought he remained under his former party. Party Kidal and Rakyat Wan Aziza Wan Ismail is all smiles after submitting her nomination papers in Pandan, Selangor. Photo, Amy Chu. Edri Faisal's background as a DAP member was also a stumbling block for his outreach in the semi-urban conservative Malay areas in his Dusun Tua district. Hence, his campaign materials made no mention of the DAP, and consistently emphasized the PKR's logo instead. BERSATU may not fare well in rural areas and rural BN strongholds in Selangor. The general expectation is that Bersatu candidates will do somewhat poorly, given that it is a relatively new party with a highly centralized leadership in Dr. Mahathir Mohamad and former Deputy Prime Minister Muhyiddin Yassin, with a fairly fractured state-level leadership team and an underfunded party machinery. Any gains would be a welcomed surprise. In any case, Bersatu's focus is on the electoral contests in Johor and Kedah, not in Selangor. What is notable is the significant difference between the list of candidates that Bersatu announced on April 23 contesting in the elections and the actual candidates fielded 5 days later, suggesting substantial internal conflict within the party in Selangor. Out of 12 announced candidates, only 5 candidates were successfully fielded as originally announced. Whether these numerous reversals would significantly impact their electoral prospects in Selangor remains to be seen. What remains certain is that the battle for a rich, developed and urban state like Selangor, home to some of the country's best educated citizens and having been in the opposition's control since 2008, will be a prized win for any party. Alvin Ong is a PhD candidate in political science at Emory University, and an NUS overseas graduate scholar. This article is part of a series of commentaries by the S. Rajaratnam School of International Studies (RSIS) on the 14th Malaysian General Election. Read others in the series including a commentary on the deep ironies among the opposition parties, a commentary on PA as a force to be